All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of Talking Finance while playing chess. In today's live stream, we're going to talk about crypto. Crypto right now is pumping very hard. If we look at BTC right now is at 90. Let's look at the price. It's at 93,898. Soon, I think we're going to pass that 100K mark again. Remember, the last time we passed 100K, we went all the way to 109,000. So right now, we're looking for the next leg up. The next leg up could be 120, 130. And I do want to say something about the crypto space. There's a lot of people. Come on. I think it's good now. Or is it lagging? Actually, let me check the live stream on YouTube. Give me just a sec. It's such an annoying thing. I don't know what's going on with Ecamm. Ecamm, and this is on 720. Or is it lagging? Actually, let me check the live stream on YouTube. Give me just a sec. It's such an annoying thing. I don't know what's going on. All right, I think it's fine. Ecamm, and this is on 720. Yeah, I can't wait to get to a new place because this, I don't know, I think it's because I'm so high up that the internet is just not good for some reason. It's just slow. And I have a direct Ethernet cable. I don't know why it's so slow. That's terrible. I wonder, do I need to connect to the Wi-Fi? Oh my goodness, dude. This is ridiculous. All right, let's see. All right, I'll switch off. All right, so the crypto market. One thing I wanted to say about the crypto market is that there's a lot of people on crypto Twitter that when we were going through the crash, they were very bearish, right? Now, the problem with the people that are very bearish, they typically, like a lot of these people have a huge following, right? And they influence a lot of people, which sucks because a lot of people, they're holding on to good positions, but then they go ahead on crypto Twitter and then they read one of their favorite crypto people on Twitter, and then they're like, oh, let me go sell my position because everything's going to go to zero. But the thing is, those people on crypto Twitter, they're not doing any selling. If anything, they're buying more, and they don't really show you their position. A lot of these people, they have like mock portfolios where they don't tell you what they actually have in their portfolio. I have two stances on that, and hopefully, hopefully this is not freezing. So they have mock portfolios, and they don't show you what they're actually buying. They or their actual amount of crypto they have. They basically go ahead and tell you, oh, be bearish because the tariffs and all this stuff. But in the background, they're buying all this crypto while you're selling. So it just goes to show you, don't go ahead and follow what people do on crypto Twitter. Have a mind of your own. Make sure you make your own decisions and not just follow what people do on Twitter, because if not, at the end of the day, you're going to sell your position, and now you're going to miss out on all these gains. I honestly think in the next month or two, we're probably going to see the biggest push in crypto we've seen so far this bull run, right? And for me, it's going to be in the AI sector. The AI coins are going to be ones that push really hard because that's just been the strongest narrative for this cycle, right? Hey, what's up, Mauricio? What's up, Tonio? Tony, should I buy BIT or BTC or QQQ? I can't give financial advice, but I mean, at this point, you should have. Here's my stance about that. Like, we're really well into the crypto bull run, right? If you don't have a position now, it's not too late, but for me at this point, people that are buying a position now, or they're either trying to time the market or they just don't have enough they haven't did enough research to to make that decision. And you need to do research for your investments, right? You can't rely on people. Now, I'm not saying you can't get information from certain people, but you have to take ownership of your own investments. Like you can't just follow what everybody's doing on Twitter or YouTube or whatever the case may be. But I think those are all good buys, right? BTC, or QQQ. Thoughts on XRP? XRP. I mean, there's really no use case, right? For XRP, it's just another coin. Like they kind of claim they do this payment system and they have all these good partnerships and things like that. But to be honest, I think I actually was telling somebody this at the barber shop. Somebody was saying that XRP was going to go to 60,000 at the barber shop, right? Now, again, $60,000. Now, I was basically, telling them that, it's not possible because of market cap. And a lot of people don't understand market cap because they just never been in the stock market. They don't really look at this stuff. So that's why it's good to know those basic things. But if you knew about market cap, a thing like Doge or XRP or Shiba Inu can't go to hundreds of dollars because it's just the market cap is too small. Man, is this choppy? Any recommendations on where to do our research? Yeah, so for crypto, Discord, right? So each crypto project has a Discord channel. So if I'm invested in a crypto project, I'm making sure I'm in the Discord channel. I'm participating. I'm seeing when the updates are being made, and also I am on GitHub as well. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with GitHub, but it's basically where all the coding. Is this thing still freezing? This is crazy. I have no idea what's going on with this internet. Like, it says I have good connection and things like that. Let me switch back to my Ethernet cable. It's crazy. Like, this thing is like lagging all over. It's ridiculous. All right, hold on. Give me a. Is this choppy? Is this choppy? Is this? I keep seeing from the side of my eye that this keeps chopping up. But yeah, so for me, it's those three things: GitHub, Discord, YouTube, and then also just try to, if you're really serious, then get a premium service for a crypto group. That it's a community of people where they just share their ideas, and then you're kind of taking what everybody says and then coming to your own decision, right? So that's basically how I do my crypto research. I'm really thorough as far as checking out the website too, right? Making sure the website is not a scam. They're actually updating the website. There's people taking accountability, and so on and so forth. You can't just jump into any crypto project. Before I jump into any crypto project, I make sure I get confirmation from at least 3 sources to say, okay, this project is good. And, also things can change throughout the life cycle of the project. It's not just going to be, sunshine through the whole thing. Link, please. Link for what? What do you need a link for? Let me check my thing to see if this is lagging. This is so crazy. I don't know who's watching. Sunshine through the whole thing. Link, please. Link for what? What do you need a link for? Let me check my thing to see if this is lagging. This is so crazy. Yeah, this looks like it's lagging. All right, let's start the game of chess. This is getting annoying. But yeah, so crypto market is doing pretty good. And I'm excited to see. Did this move over? I'm excited to see. What will happen in the next 2 months, essentially. All right. This is crazy, this Wi-Fi. But yeah, there was a guy on crypto Twitter, and 1 week he was bullish. I mean, 1 week he was bearish. Like literally, the last 2 weeks he was bearish. And as soon as the price goes up, here comes the bullish comments. But I mean, just the last 3 weeks, he was telling everybody to sell, right? So this is why you really have to be able to make your own decisions, because if you're following what somebody else is doing, most likely you're going to end up selling, and it's just going to be bad. Man, listen, I'm going to have to buy like a personal hotspot or something, because this is ridiculous. By the way, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I think we got like 7 more subscribers left. So that's exciting. Road to 10K. Let's take that. I don't want to deal with this pawn. Fair trade, huh? If you don't take that, I get a free pawn right here on B7. If you don't take this bishop, free pawn on B7. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe. He didn't take, but then he gets that. He gets a free pawn here, and I don't want to do that. So, and I'll bring my Herrig up. Oh my goodness, this Wi-Fi is terrible. All right, that was good. That was good. That was good. All right. He wants to bring that down. I think this is good because it's both protected by the horse. Yep. I don't want to break this. Let's see what we got here. All right, that was good. That was good. That way. There we go. Oh, darn it. All right, let's move this. I don't want to give him a free pawn, but then if I don't move that, he's going to start with this nonsense. So, actually, he has to take there. If he moves over 2 more. All right. Oh, that's checkmate, right? All right. I don't know if I played that correctly there. All right. Oh my goodness. Why didn't I pay attention to that? Let's run that back. That was just terrible of me. That was just a super loss right there. All right, I'm going to run another one. That was my fault. I should have won that. It happens. I'll get the W, though, this time, for sure. There we go. Go. That was crazy. I hate when I do that. He had my pawn on the, I think on the B2 he had my pawn, so I was worried about that. Then I was trying to get some of his pawns. Then I forgot about my king. It's typically what happens. Take, man. But yeah, so what I was saying was that person, like it was bearish one week, and then as soon as the price goes up, bullish. I'm like, I'm like, this has to be a joke. I mean, I don't pay attention to it, but it's sad that other people do, and then they end up selling their position. All right, that's the sucky part. That's why you can't listen to these people. All right, so there. All right, I'll pull out there. Break that pawn structure. Oh man, that was a dumb move of me. That was silly of me. I've seen that from a mile away. Uh, see. Stupid blunder. So ridiculous. Come on, brother. Make a move. Did you vote last year? No, I'm really not into the politics. I try to stay far away. I'm just, I believe more in just solving my own issues opposed to voting. I know people have their own views, but I'm very like neutral when it comes to that. All right. All right. Darn it. Oh, well, now I'm protected right there. So it should be good. Wonder if he sees it. All right, he did see it. All right, perfect. So he did that. See the W. Yeah, but yeah, man, things are looking like they're heating up. Looking really good for the market right now. Again, it's all because of the tariffs, right? They said they were going to ease up on China's tariffs. So I think today I think the new administration said they're going to relax some of the tariffs they impose. So I knew they were going to withdraw some of their stuff. It's just a tactic there. What? Am I reading this correctly? Did he just blunder a king? Am I missing something? A queen, I mean? It's like, what? Which places are you thinking of moving to? So, Austin, downtown, heart of Austin, downtown. I mean, I was initially thinking about moving to a bigger city, but you got to think about it, right? Like, taxes. I'm from Florida, so I'm used to no state tax. So the closest thing to that would be Austin or Seattle, which I don't like. I don't like Seattle as far as the weather. Let me put it this, because I don't want to. And I lose my freaking horse. I'm playing too sloppy. Sloppy play. I gotta be more disciplined. If I lose this, it'll be crazy. I don't think I will lose this, but I'm in the Austin. I'm in this Austin suburbs. So you never lived down? Have you ever lived downtown? I visit downtown for like a few days. It's really nice. It's honestly reminds me of downtown Tampa. Also, I was born and raised in Washington, so I know a lot about Seattle. Don't recommend it. Yeah, no, I heard the weather's. I heard it's always raining over there. So no, I wouldn't do. I'm set on Austin. That's for sure. Oh, did he just lose a rook? I think he did. I think this is game over now. He's done here. It's over. No, I live 5 minutes from downtown in my previous lease. Okay. Yeah, they were. It's really nice. I'm trying to get more into a new complex. They had the. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the Bowie apartment complex. Oh, I guess not. I guess he can just switch this over. Um, so that one looks like it's just so old. Seattle is also high cost of, yeah, high cost of living. Really high. Oh, not there. Yeah, Seattle's too much. And obviously, I was thinking about Miami because I live in Florida, but Miami's very expensive. Like Miami, you need to be making at least, you know, $1 million a year or something like that. All right. Protect that. In terms of home versus apartment, thoughts on owning versus renting. Um, I like renting better. But at some point, I do want to buy a home. But the thing is, like, you need to put a huge down payment for a home. In most cases, right? Like, you've got to put 20%. You can't find a decent home for less than, you know, for less than like 400 or 500K. Oof. Good thing uh I might lose this one. This is crazy. I might just lose this one. Actually, no, I don't think I'm gonna lose this one. So yeah, in terms of home, so I would say for the beginning years, like in your 20s, renting is the best, right? Because it also not only is it cheaper, but you're also more mobile. So you get to move to different places, experience new things, and then build a network of people and just meet new different people. So just from a career standpoint, meeting people, renting is just better. You're just able to move quickly. Home, you got to sell. Most people are like, oh, well, you could just, um, you could just, what you call it? You could just rent it out. It's not that easy. You can't just rent stuff out. Like, there's a whole process to this. All right, so that's that. I don't want to do that. So what I'm gonna do? Is there a checkmate here? No, I don't. No, because if I do that, I gotta be very careful, man. Very careful. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna sacrifice this. All right, perfect. I'm gonna win off the strength. Yep, just sacrifice. Make it all the way with the white pieces. All right. Yeah, so home versus renting. I do want to buy a home, but I think that's when I have like when I have kids and stuff like that. That makes more sense because you got to think about it. So let's say you bought a home for 500,000. You got to put 20% down. So it's around, what, 100K. So 100K out of your pocket. Now people will say, "Oh, you're a first-time home buyer, 3%." I mean, yeah, you could do that, 3-4%. So maybe it's a little bit less. Maybe you put 30,000. Then you got to get furniture. Remember, you got to pay taxes and stuff like that. And you got to really think about it. You really only become profitable with a home when you get like two. You need at least minimum two to start making some money. If you just have one home, like let's say if you owned a home for like that's all you did. You owned one home for your entire life. You really just get a roof over your head, right? Because you're not getting any income out of that home, and that's what most people do. They're like, "Oh, let me go get a home. I'm gonna put 80, 100,000 into the home with repairs and down payment and fees and all this stuff from realtor and taxes." And all you're doing is staying in the home, and you don't benefit from it besides having a roof over your head. So it's like, and okay, by the time you pay it off, you'll be 60, right? If you're like a middle class person making like 100K, 110K. So you really just got to think outside the box when it comes to a home. Like, it really just needs to be, it can't be where all your money's tied up. Like, if you're going to get a home, I would put minimum down. I would do it 3% down or 4%, first time home buyer, 3% down, just really minimal cost, and then maybe just live in it for a year or two and then rent it out and then continue that process. But to just get a home in your early 20s, it doesn't make any sense to me. They were telling me to do that. Like, a lot of people in my family, like, oh, why are you paying 2,400 for rent when you could be putting that towards a home? But I don't want to stay in one place. And I don't want to be having it, oh, now I got to sell the home. And again, it comes with a lot of things. The good thing about living in an apartment, you could just call the maintenance people up. They switch out stuff. It's not that difficult to do. It's not that difficult to, call them up, and then you could just move, right? Right now, I could move to Austin, no problem, right? I don't need to ask anybody. I don't need to put anything for sale. I could just move, right? All right, guys. Hopefully the quality was good. I hopefully in Austin the internet. Hopefully Mauricio. Hopefully the internet in Austin's better. I'm not sure. I'm on a high floor. I'm like 18, like 17th floor. So I think it's the floor. I think it's just high up. But I may need to get a hot spot and get some better internet. Maybe I could get it through my phone service. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.